Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to English Easily Speak, the place where learning English feels less like studying and more like hanging out with friends. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Alex. Great to have you here wherever you're joining us from today.
Alex, can I be honest with you about something?
Always. What's going on?
I did something this morning and I'm not proud of it.
Okay, now I'm worried. What happened?
I had cookies for breakfast. Like actual cookies before 8 a.m.
That's it? That's your big confession?
Alex, it wasn't even a decision. My hand just reached into the cabinet and it happened automatically. Like my body just knew.
Oh, I completely get that. That's literally me with YouTube. I sit down, I say just a quick video, and then 90 minutes disappear. Gone. I don't even know how.
How does that happen? One video turns into 10, and suddenly it's midnight.
It starts so small, right? Just once, and then twice, and then before you know it, that's just what you do every day.
And that is exactly what we're diving into today on English Easily Speak. We're talking about habits, good ones, bad ones, why they're so hard to shake, and how to actually make real changes.
This is going to be a really fun one and a slightly uncomfortable one because we're going to be sharing some of our own habits too.
Very uncomfortable. But that's okay. Before we get into it, if you're enjoying learning English with us, hit that subscribe button and give this episode a like. It genuinely helps more people find the show.
And stick around because we want to hear from you today too. More on that a little later.
All right, Alex, let's start at the beginning. What actually is a habit?
Good question. A habit is something you do on a regular basis. And the key thing is, you usually don't even think about it. It's just automatic. Like washing your face before bed or putting your seatbelt on when you get in the car. You don't pause and make a conscious choice every single time. You just do it.
Right. It runs in the background. Like an app on your phone you forgot was even open?
Exactly. And habits can go either way. A good habit might be something like stretching every morning or drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up. A bad habit might be
Eating cookies before 8 a.m.?
I wasn't going to say it, but yes, that.
In my defense, they were very good cookies.
But here's the thing. You didn't decide to make that a morning routine, did you?
Not at all. It just sort of happened. I had one day, felt great, had one again the next day, and then one day I realized, oh no, this is a thing now.
That's actually a perfect example of what it means to develop a habit. When you develop a habit, it doesn't happen all at once. It builds up gradually, almost without you noticing. There's no big moment where you announce, starting today, this is my new habit. It just grows.
Nobody wakes up and says, I've decided to bite my nails forever. It just develops.
Exactly. And some people are more prone to this than others. Have you ever heard the phrase creature of habit?
Oh, absolutely. A creature of habit is someone who really loves their routines. Same wake-up time, same morning coffee order, same route to work. Any change throws off their whole day.
That is 100% my older brother. He has eaten the same breakfast, I mean the exact same breakfast, every single morning for as long as I can remember.
See, and I kind of love that about people like that. There's something comforting about it.
There really is. He'd say it frees up his brain for more important decisions.
That's actually really smart.
Listeners, are you a creature of habit, or do you love mixing things up? Drop your answer in the comments. We're genuinely curious.
Okay, Alex, I've already put my cookies on the table. Your turn. What's your bad habit?
All right. YouTube after midnight is the obvious one. But honestly, my bigger bad habit is checking my phone first thing in the morning. Like before I've even properly woken up. My eyes open and my hand is already moving toward the phone.
The phone reaches back to you.
It's a relationship.
A very unhealthy one. And the worst part is, I know it's bad. The moment I do it, I can feel my brain getting cluttered and anxious. And yet,
You're tempted every single morning.
every single morning. And tempted is a word we really want you to remember today. When you're tempted to do something, it means part of you wants to do it, even though another part of you knows you probably shouldn't. That pull you feel, that's temptation.
Like when you're trying to eat healthily and someone brings cake into the office and puts it right on the table in front of you, you're tempted.
Or when your alarm goes off and your bed feels like the most comfortable place on the planet and you're tempted to just not get up.
I am tempted by that every single day of my life.
My bad habit, and this is embarrassing, is staying up way too late. Not for any good reason. Just lying there, scrolling, watching random things, telling myself 5 more minutes every 15 minutes.
The classic 5 more minutes trap. And then the next morning, you're exhausted and you promise yourself tonight will be different.
And it never is.
It never is. And here's what gets me. In the moment, it feels so good to stay up. Like, you know it's bad, but you just don't care right then.
That's the thing about temptation. The bad choice usually feels easier or more satisfying in the short term. That's what makes it so hard to resist.
Listeners, we want to hear yours. What bad habit keeps following you around no matter how many times you try to quit? Drop it in the comments. Zero judgment from us. We clearly have no right to judge anyone.
None whatsoever.
Okay, we can't just sit here and drag ourselves. We have good habits too.
We do! Tell me yours, Jamie.
All right. Every morning, before my phone, before anything, I write down 3 things I want to accomplish that day. Just 3. Not 10, not 15. 3.
Why only 3?
Because when I write 10 things, I end the day feeling like I failed. When I write 3 and I actually do them, I feel great. It keeps things manageable.
And does it actually help?
Massively. On days I do it, I feel clear-headed and in control. On days I skip it, my brain's all over the place, and I get half as much done.
That's a great one. Mine started completely by accident, which I love. A while back, I couldn't sleep one morning. Just woke up at 6 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep. So instead of lying there, I went outside and just walked around for a bit. 20 minutes. Nothing intense.
And
I felt incredible. Like genuinely clear and calm in a way I hadn't felt in a long time. So I did it the next morning. And the next one.
and now?
Now, it's just part of my morning. I'm completely committed to it.
And committed is a great word here. When you're committed to something, you're not just trying it out. You've made a real decision to keep going, even when it's inconvenient or you don't feel like it.
Right. Some mornings I really don't want to walk. It's cold, I'm tired, I'd rather stay in bed. But I do it anyway, because I'm committed.
She is so committed to improving her English that she studies for 30 minutes every day, even on weekends.
That's the goal. And here's something exciting that happens when you stick with a good habit long enough. It starts to feel effortless.
Effortless is such a satisfying word. It means the thing that used to require effort now feels like it costs you nothing. It just flows.
Exactly. My morning walk now feels effortless. I don't have to convince myself to do it anymore. I just get up and go.
Getting to that point, that's the dream. But getting there is a whole other story.
Okay, real talk. Why is changing a habit so genuinely, painfully hard?
I think everyone listening right now knows this feeling. You decide to change. You're pumped. Day 1, amazing. Day 2, still going strong.
You feel like a completely new person.
Like you finally figured something out that the rest of the world missed.
And then day 4 rolls around.
Day 4 is rough.
You're tired, something stressful happened, and that old habit is just sitting there waiting for you, like it never left. Hey, remember me? Come on, just this once.
And that's when you slip up.
To slip up means to make a small mistake, to fall back into the bad habit, even briefly.
It happens to everyone. I slipped up with my screen time limit 3 times last week alone.
Same. And slipping up is actually normal. The mistake isn't the slip. The mistake is what happens right after.
Yes, because after you slip up, the dangerous thought creeps in. Well, I already ruined it. What's the point now?
And then you let it slide.
To let something slide means you stop trying to maintain it. 1 missed day becomes 2. 2 becomes a week. And suddenly, the whole effort just dissolves.
He was waking up at 6 a.m. every day for 3 weeks. Then he had one late night and just let the whole routine slide.
And then you revert to your old habits entirely.
To revert to something means to go back to how things were before. All that progress, and you've landed right back at the starting point.
Every time I try to cut back on social media, I revert to my old habits within 2 weeks, no fail.
That is literally my life with sleep schedules. And I know people listening are nodding right now because this is such a universal experience.
If you've ever tried to change a habit and failed, comment below. You are so not alone.
Alex and I have failed at this more times than we can count, but we keep trying. And honestly, that's the whole point.
So, is there anything that genuinely works? Or are we all just doomed to repeat our bad habits forever?
I really believe there are things that help, and the biggest one, for me, is keeping it small.
Tell me more.
When I started my morning writing habit, I didn't say, I'm going to journal for an hour every day. I said 3 things. That's all. Takes about 2 minutes. The smaller you make the habit, the harder it is to say no to it.
Because there's no excuse. You can always find 2 minutes.
Exactly. And when a habit is that small, you actually do it. And when you do it every day, it naturally grows into something bigger.
I did the same thing with my walk. Not, I'll train for a marathon, just, I'll go outside for 15 minutes. Anyone can do 15 minutes.
Start so small, it almost feels too easy. That's the trick.
And another thing that helped me, I connected the new habit to something I was already doing. Every morning I make tea. After tea means walk time. The tea became the trigger.
So you attach the new habit onto an existing routine.
Right. Instead of having to remember to do it from scratch, it's just the next step in something that already happens automatically.
That's so smart. The existing habit carries the new one.
And then there's the bad habits. The key to getting rid of one, don't just ditch it, replace it.
Ditch means to completely get rid of something. Drop it, walk away, done. I'm trying to ditch my habit of mindlessly scrolling at night.
But here's the thing. If you just remove the bad habit and leave a gap, your brain starts looking for something to fill it. And it usually grabs the first familiar thing, which is the bad habit.
So instead, you put something else in its place. I replaced my late night scrolling with reading an actual book. Now when I feel the urge to grab my phone, I pick up the book instead.
The craving is still there, but you're redirecting it.
Exactly.
And the last big thing, don't try to kick all your bad habits at once.
To kick a habit means to successfully stop doing something bad for good. It's a strong image, right? You kick it out of your life.
It took him almost a year to kick his habit of smoking. These things take real time and energy.
So pick one, just one habit to work on. Give it your full attention. When it starts to feel effortless, then move on to the next one.
One habit at a time. Small steps. And when you slip up, and you will, don't let it slide. Just get back up the next day.
Trying again tomorrow is enough. That is not failure. That is progress.
Okay, let's run through the key vocabulary from today's episode.
First up, develop a habit. This means to slowly build a habit over time, usually without realizing it. She developed a habit of going to bed at the same time every night.
Creature of habit. A person who loves doing things the same way every time. My grandmother is such a creature of habit, she watches the same show every evening at 7.
Tempted. Feeling a strong pull to do something you know you probably shouldn't. I was tempted to skip my workout, but I went anyway.
Committed. Having made a real decision to keep doing something, even when it's difficult. He's committed to learning a new language this year.
Effortless. When something feels so natural and easy that it takes no real effort at all. After months of practice, the routine became completely effortless.
Slip up. To make a small mistake or briefly fall back into a bad habit. I slipped up and ate junk food twice this week, but I'm getting back on track.
Let it slide. To stop caring about something you were working hard to maintain. She was doing great with her habit, but after a stressful month, she let it slide.
Revert to go back to a previous way of doing things. Whenever I'm stressed, I tend to revert to old, unhealthy eating habits.
Kick a habit. To successfully and permanently stop a bad habit. He finally kicked his habit of staying up past midnight.
And ditch. To completely stop something or throw it away. I ditched my old habit of checking my phone first thing in the morning, and honestly, it changed everything.
10 really powerful words, and you can start using all of them today.
All right, before we go, here's what we want you to do. Head to the comments and tell us 2 things.
Number 1, what is one bad habit you're trying to ditch right now?
And number 2, what is one good habit you're committed to building?
Try to write it in English. Even just 1 or 2 sentences is great practice. We actually read every single comment, and we love hearing what's going on in your lives.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to English Easily Speak and leave us a like. And if you know someone who's trying to build better habits or kick the bad ones, share this episode with them.
Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. Remember, building good habits doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent.
And when you slip up, don't let it slide. Just come back tomorrow and try again. That's all it takes.
Stay curious, keep going, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.
See you soon.